my business here soon. I'm just actually building a new office here in Portland, Oregon. So as I continue to grow my office, add more agents, there's less time that I'll have to manage some of the stuff that I've been doing on my own.
Okay, so you do property management and you do real estate. So you're doing both, correct?
Actually, here in the Portland area, my main focus is residential real estate. I don't do as much in the property management. So just mainly the residential real estate.
So you do residential real estate in the Portland area. So you do property? I missed some of that. So you do property management and residential real estate.
Right now, it's just mainly residential real estate. I'll be adding property management here as the year goes on.
Okay, got it. Okay, so let me. Did he tell you that we're okay? So obviously Pete told you that we're managing his reputation and building his online reputation. Obviously, you guys the business name is Belmore Realty.
That's correct.
And you are in the Portland area. Are you in a suburb of Portland, or where are you?
I'm just my office is located about less than 5 minutes out of the downtown Portland area. So I don't know if you're familiar with or have been to Portland, but literally I focus on we're right in the core, kind of the heart of the city.
Okay, so your address is 5520 North Interstate Avenue, Portland. So you actually have a Portland address.
That's correct.
Yeah, Lake Oswego is where my cousin's from.
Yep.
So
yep, I spent a couple years living out there back when I was married, so I know the area well.
Yeah, I like it. It's a cool area. So he was telling me. I mean, I visited him about 2 years ago. I love that area. That's what I'm saying. I know there's other little kind of sub areas from suburbs from the Portland area. So I just want to make sure that because that does help. It does make a difference when you're trying to rank on the maps. So I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly where you were at. Let me just show you. I'll show you my screen here in just 1 second, so you can start seeing it. And then that way, and I also I'm going to pull up a report for you. We usually charge $297 for the report. It's called a reputation report, and the reason why it's so valuable is because it gives you an idea of where you're ranking on the directories, or whether or not you actually you're showing up on the directories. And the other thing that it does is, Sandy, is it also shows you where you're at in terms of your reputation right now. So, have you focused on getting reviews, or do you have reviews?
No, I think I've got just a couple on yellowpages.com, but it hasn't been a big focus. I mean, I've got my standard social media pieces because I recognize that they're important. Prior to getting into real estate, I came out of marketing and advertising sales, so I had some kind of just to jump on some of these social media pieces, but really haven't focused on the review aspect, which I think is important.
Yeah, it is important because we found that 90% of people that are referred to Belmore Realty are going online in order to find out more about them. So it's really important that you understand that it's not just about whether or not you're showing up online. It's about whether or not you're showing up with a good reputation, because whether you know it or not, your reputation has been merged with your website. I don't know if you knew that,
okay.
But they've actually been merged together. So all 80, what Google has done, which is 70% of the traffic on the internet, they go to Google to find things, whether it's a realtor or a property manager or an attorney or a dentist or whatever. And the question is when they go online and they type in, when they type in, for example, realtor or real estate and then Portland, the question is are you showing up? Are you actually on the maps? And then when you show up on the maps, because your actual reviews have been merged with your website, when you show up on the maps there, they're gonna see your reviews. So I'll show you.
Okay.
In 1 second here, and I'm gonna pull your report. So let me just make sure that I generate this. I generated it ahead of time here so that we would have it for our meeting. And then, how else are you getting business right now? Or what's your main way of getting new customers?
I've got a pretty strong referral base here in the Portland area.
Okay.
My background, I'm born and raised in Portland. I've lived nowhere else. And so
Yeah.
I've leveraged that when I got into real estate 3 years ago to, within my inner network circle, and I do a lot of, just networking, name out there. I'm working with a couple big developers here in the Portland area, so that's helped when
Okay.
we build when they build new condo projects, for example, to sell. Easy opportunity to to get it that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you've been in the Portland area just like I'm originally from South Florida. I was there up until a year ago before I moved here to San Diego. That was the only place I knew. And
right.
when you're there for you're somewhere close to my age, I think.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I mean, you get to know a lot of people over that time.
That's right. Yeah, and that was the thing. And so, and as you're pulling that up, my background was when I got into real estate, I knew there was, one other person actively in the Portland area with the name Sandy Moore, and it's a female with a different company. So purposely, before I started my own company, I didn't want to brand myself anywhere as Sandy Moore because I didn't want the confusion.
Yeah.
So right away, I created kind of the little persona, if you will, of Portland Home Guy.
Yeah.
And so that was what when I went to work for a different company, that's what I branded. Everything out there was Portland Home Guy, because I figured wherever and whenever I opened up my own office, rather than rebranding or confusion, it was real easy just to take, Portland Home Guy and then create my company. So that was the whole genre. I was like, if you can't remember my name, you can't remember my phone number. In conversation, you remember something about Portland Home Guy. And I knew also down the road, Ryan, also that if someone was searching, throughout there and they typed in Portland Home and hit enter, hopefully I would, just by sheer dumb luck, end up in some search results.
Yeah. And that's, let's see, I mean, I'm seeing here, and let me just show you what I'm seeing so you can see.
Okay.
What are you using, by the way? Are you using just a Wi-Fi hotspot there to get online?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what I'm on right now.
It's actually not bad. I mean, you're coming in pretty clear. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, a little Verizon 4G. I've had pretty good luck with it for, in the Portland area. We do pretty well on the Verizon side of things. So I'm usually able to stream okay and
yeah.
All that good stuff. So
pretty impressive. Okay, so let me start my screen share here so you can see it. And how much time do you have? You have 15, 20 minutes, you think?
Yeah, I'm still good.
Okay. So let me just go here, and so you can see what I did is I just typed in Realtor Portland. And if you want, you can look over my shoulder. So I just typed in Realtor Portland, and what I found here is, you've got your pay-per-click here. This is your pay-per-click section.
Absolutely.
And then, obviously, you've got your organic section here. So, you've got Realtor.com, Zillow, and then you get into the maps. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
So in the maps section, you'll notice here that you've got John's Woodstock, you've got Portland's Alternative Realtors, Portland Real Estate Cafe, Caldwell Banker, the Bungalow Realtor, and then Stephen, and then you got this guy here. Who stands out here on this out of these 7 here?
Well, yeah, obviously Stephen does. I mean, it's who came up over there off the right.
Yeah. Well, you got that one. Well, that's only because I hovered over it.
Okay.
But what happened? What's interesting though is you can see this. You got the reviews here for this Portland Homes. You got 7 reviews here, and that's what people are paying attention to. So this is what I was saying when I said that your website has been merged with your Google Plus page and your reviews. And so this is Portland Homes, for example, PortlandHomesInc.com. Their website has been merged in with their maps listing here and their reviews. So if you click here, you would go to their Google Plus page, their maps listing, and then if you click here, you'd be able to go to see their reviews. So their reputation of their reviews are really inseparable. This has happened to all 80 million businesses throughout the world.
Okay.
So what I want to show you is number one that right now you're not being found for this on this search result. You can do real estate Portland and see what's coming up there, and you can see you've got the same people, but this is where you'd want to show up. Obviously, you want to show up on the maps, and it'd be best if you showed up like here with Waterfront Pearl, with the highest star rating of anybody else here, right?
Sure. Okay.
I mean, so when you look at reviews, I mean, you probably, when you go out for dinner, I mean, you go to a restaurant or you go to, for example, a hotel or a motel. Do you ever look at the reviews?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and how many reviews do you typically look at before you can make a decision or before you kind of trust that business? Do you typically look for a certain number?
You look at the first couple, and I usually try to find. I mean, me personally, I look at the first couple, and then purposely I'm looking for the one star just to see, was it a one off, or just
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Exactly. So you're looking for those 1 stars, and you want to see if there's any insight there that 1 star review can give you, kind of pit holes or potholes that you might want to avoid if if you can, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And that's exactly what people do. There was a study that was done, and they found that actually people look at an average of 10 reviews before making a decision, and they don't trust a business until they have at least 6 to 10 reviews at the same time. So really, without 6 to 10 5-star reviews, people don't have enough reviews to make a decision, and they also that cutoff point is really 6 reviews. So Portland's the only one that's really there, and Waterfront's almost there. So you need to get that number to be trusted, and for people to really make a decision about your business. Now, what we do is we establish your presence online, okay, first, and we do that. And I'm going to show you here. You can see what we've done is we've generated this reputation report. Okay, so we generated this for your specific company, Belmore Realty, and you can see here that you have 0 bad reviews. That's good. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, what we've also found though is that your listing score is 10%. So what that means is that your listings are unclaimed, not found. Unclaimed, not showing, or missing information for 90% of the major local searches. So we found you on one. We found you on Google, okay, and we found that you're not claimed, or you have errors on 0, and then you've got missing, or you're totally missing your listing altogether on the other 9 top directories out there. There's 10 total, okay?
Yeah.
So what we want to make, so the other ones are like, obviously you've got Bing, TripAdvisor doesn't apply to you as much, but Yelp, Foursquare, Merchant Circle, Insider Pages, Yahoo, Super Pages, and CitySearch. Those are the top 10 out there. When you have a presence on those directories, Sandy, then it's going to be easier for people to find you, because not only do people go onto Google and find and search for you, a lot of people, Sandy, they go directly to Yelp. They'll go right to Yelp.com and they'll type in your city. They'll go to find realtor Portland. See, you're on the West Coast, so you know about Yelp because Yelp's big over here on the West Coast.
Yep, absolutely.
So, Realtor Portland. Okay, this is how somebody's going to look for your business. And my girlfriend next door, she's an interior designer. She came here. She established her presence here about 2.5 years ago, before this whole online review thing became really important.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to her, she got 4 reviews on Yelp. 2 of them actually were 3 or 2 stars, which gave her an average rating of about 3.5 stars or 3 stars. She was wondering up until I met her about 1.5 years ago what was going on and why she wasn't getting as many phone calls as she was able to do. It seemed like only when she was doing a Groupon deal that she was getting new business. Well, I said, look, babe, you've got to look at these reviews. You've got to get more, and you've got to actually engage with the people that have left reviews, and especially the ones that left negative reviews. Send them a private message. Send them an email. Correspond with them and see if there's something that you can do to correct that perceived issue. She did that. She sent a custom email. The first step was monitoring her reputation to make sure that she was aware. So you have to monitor to make sure that happens. And then she engaged with them. And through engaging with them, they actually changed their review or they removed it, which upped her star rating to 4.5 stars right now. And her phone, the only thing that's changed 2 months ago, or 4 months ago now, was her star rating went from 3 to 4.5. Now she's getting more phone calls than she's ever gotten before. I'm just telling you, it makes a big difference. And there was a study that was done by Harvard, and they found specifically that if a business just increases their star rating by 1 star, that it corresponds to a 5 to 10% increase in their bottom line numbers.
Okay.
Without doing any other marketing. No other. I'm not talking about doing billboards in conjunction with that. The only thing they did was simply increase their star rating. That's it. So it was a multivariative analysis, meaning that all other factors were taken out of taken out of the control. I mean, or were taken out of the they were taken out of the factoring. So that's really, really powerful. And you can see here who shows up at the top. It's the businesses that have more reviews and the businesses that have a higher star rating. You'll notice all these are 5-star rated businesses. In order to get to this, so those are the businesses that are actually going to get phone calls. You notice how the number of reviews is going down and the quality of the reviews, meaning the star rating of the reviews, is going down here as you get down to number 18. He's got 5 stars. He's only got 3 reviews. Okay, this guy's got 4. They're all 5 stars, but he's only got 4 reviews. And they haven't put in their picture here. And so it really, what really matters is your engagement in the community, the number of reviews you have, and bottom line, whether or not you even claim that directory or not. So those directories are really the new Yellow Pages. So you want to make sure that you're being found on Bing, on Yelp, on Foursquare. So that was just Yelp. You want the same thing to be happening on Bing, on Foursquare, on Merchant Circle, so that if anybody goes, just like they do on Yelp, if they go to, for example, Bing, and they do the same thing, and they type in, Realtor Portland, you want to see the exact same thing. You want to see that you're showing up here on the maps. Does that make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
And look at what's coming in here. Look at what they're doing. They're pulling in Yelp reviews.
Okay.
Okay? So those reviews for Bing are being pulled directly in. They've got a contract with Yelp, meaning that you've kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. If you're doing good on Yelp, you're also going to be doing darn good on Bing because they're pulling all your Yelp reviews in to your Bing listing. So Yelp is very important. They've got a very strong algorithm for actually filtering out bad reviews or reviews that are not real, and they pride themselves on that. So this is really, that's where kind of I just want to give you that baseline there just to kind of show you what we're talking about. So let me just go now into my really quick presentation here.
Okay.
And then we'll just go through my whole purpose for this presentation with you, Sandy, is to really just give you the strategy that can make you the authority in your marketplace so that you can get more customers and so that you can be the #1. By the end of this, you're going to know the strategy that will make you the #1 rated Portland realtor in terms of your reputation and your online presence. If there's going to be some strategies and some tips and tricks that I'm going to give you today that will specifically allow you to do that kind of stuff. So let me just go through here and okay, let me just go. So you can see here that there's obviously, we know that every day people are looking for online services, dentist, appliance repair. The question is when they type in, for example, Realtor Portland, when they type it in, potentially hundreds or 200,000, whatever, how many 2,000 times a month, the question is are they finding your business? So, I already asked you this question, kind of in a roundabout way. Would you buy a product or service that has bad ratings and reviews? I think we know the answer to that. And even more specific, if you've got 3 services, one with 4 good and 2 bad, one with no reviews, and then one with 6 5-star, we already established that you really need to get that magic number of 6 to be trusted, etc. So you'd obviously go with service number 3, right? I mean, right. So, and that reputation, this is really the most important way you can market your business for a couple of different reasons. Because A, these reviews, once you get them, they're there forever. And B, because without your foundational reputation that you need, everybody needs, what else do you have? If you don't have a good reputation in the community, then what else do you have? I mean, it's ultimately you're going to be successful based on the reputation that you have in the community in doing what it is that you do. Okay, and so your reputation is everything. The game has changed online, and your competition is not even close to being aware of it yet. And it's evident in what we showed. I mean, there was only 2 realtors that are even paying attention to this, right?
Right.
So why do we call this reputation marketing? Okay. it's because reputation management is really obsolete. There's a lot of reputation management companies out there, okay? We don't just do reputation management. We pride ourselves, our unique selling proposition is that we do reputation marketing. We take the next step because you don't make money managing, you make money marketing. I mean, you know that as a realtor. I mean, you've got to market your properties to get them sold. So, and there's 4 game changers that have changed everything, okay? Number 1 game changer is, as I've already shared with you, is that 80 million Google Plus pages have merged with each company's website to reveal their reputation. So if you search for any company name plus their city, it reveals their reputation front and center, and I already showed you that.
Right.
So here's Douglas Alterman, Charleston. Same thing with your business. Let me just show you real quick. We haven't done this for your business yet. We did it for a generic phrase. We didn't do it for your particular business. So let's go to Google. I don't use Bing. Use Bing?
No, I don't.
Who uses Bing? Use Bing? No. Use Bing. You do use Bing. You've got it set. It came with your computer. I've got my admin here with me. She's looking over my shoulder. So let's say yeah, you go, yeah, you do, yeah. So Belmore Realty. So okay, look, check this out. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
This is really important for you to see, okay? Because what are you noticing here? What you see how Google is suggesting this word, Portland?
Correct.
That's what's called Google Suggest. Google only suggests phrases that it knows that people are typing in on a regular basis. These are listed in order of importance. The top one is the #1 search for phrase out of these other ones. In other words, Google's saying, you know what? You might want to consider these other phrases because people are searching for these also.
Okay.
Okay? Is that some good insight for you there?
Yep.
Okay. Now check this out. I want to look. Did you see what happened there? Look at that. It's also pre-populating this. People are looking for your reviews.
Right.
This is proof positive that people are searching for your reviews because Google is suggesting it's pre-populating that word, and I just selected it, and there you go. This is where the rubber meets the road. Okay. You want to make sure that when people type that in, that they're seeing, okay, you good. Here's your 2. This is what you're talking about. Your Yellow Pages reviews.
Correct.
You have none on Google Plus though, and you have none on your Google Plus page. 70% of people go to Google to find businesses. So Google's the big 10,000-pound gorilla out there. That's the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're getting some reviews on Google. Yeah, right. And then Facebook, and then you got Redfin, and you've got LinkedIn. So okay, good. So you've got some YouTube videos you've created. I love that. You need to have, especially in real estate, man. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Okay, so that's what people are finding when they type your specific business name in. And let me just go back here. Okay. Game changer number 2 is that reviews are a major ingredient of online marketing. You must have them to compete. And the reason why is because those reviews show up in your pay-per-click, they show up on your maps, they show up in your with your website, they show up with your local directories. Everywhere online, your reviews follow you. Okay. Game changer number 3 is SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing. None of it works anymore if you have those bad reviews online. So the step number 1 is to market the business that people typically take is they build their website, they do their SEO, and then they build their 5-star reputation. And I apologize, this slide, I didn't edit this I just edited this last night, that's why. So, and then they build their 5-star reputation. That's bad though, because it's just driving a bunch of people to your bad reviews.
Right.
The best thing to do is build your reputation and then market your business to get more customers and get found with those reviews. So you don't want to really get found until those reviews are there. Number 4 game changer is reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust those reviews as much as personal recommendations. And this study was actually found by Bright Local, Miles Anderson. 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as that's huge. That means that literally the referral marketing game has now moved online. In other words, it's no longer just your group of friends that you were talking about, Sandy, that you know of, that are going to refer you business. It's when people go online and they find you online by typing in Realtor Portland, and then they see the reviews. Those reviews is what this study is saying, is that those reviews online are as good as having a recommendation from a brother, a sister, or a mother. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that's huge. I mean, they're almost equal value. So here's some proof that reviews send you hot, pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust reviews. Here's an email from Dr. Sprague. Dr. Eichhoff. And Dr. Eichhoff, one of our clients, he said, just a heads up, I had a new patient today that found us online. I asked her if she'd looked at any of our before and after pictures. She said she skipped that and went right to the reviews. That sold her. She dropped $4,000 on her first appointment. Thank you, Dr. Bill. Here's another study here that from Nielsen ratings. They rate all our TV shows. 92% of people trust those referrals from a brother, a sister, or mother. Not very far below that at 70%. Consumer opinions posted online are trusted almost at the same level. And they're trusted even more than an editorial newspaper article on the front page of the Wall Street Journal or the Palm Beach Post, more than that branded website, email lists, or anything else that you guys do, ads on TV. So here's that number I was talking about. Consumers look up an average of 10 reviews before making a decision, and 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. Without 10 5-star reviews, your business is, I would say, 6. At least 6.
Okay. Okay. Did I lose you, Ryan?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought maybe I lost you. You're still
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, how long was the last time
Just about 3 seconds.
Okay, good. Okay, so 1.5 star rating increase on Yelp corresponded to, and this is a study that was done in 328 San Francisco eateries, okay? And what they found is they wanted to see if it would increase their nightly reservations, and they found that there was a 19% increase with just a 1/2 star increase in their Yelp rating. 19% increase in the frequency of nightly reservations in a restaurant if they had a 1/2 star increase. That's huge.
Right.
So building a 5-star reputation online and leveraging that reputation to get more customers, that's the definition of reputation marketing, and that's what makes us different. It's not just building and getting more reviews. It's taking those reviews and then marketing your business with those reviews. And at the end of this recording here, I'm going to actually show you how I do content marketing. I'm going to actually record some content, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can leverage your reviews to get more customers. I'm going to show you how you can post them on your website, how you can post them on your social media, and then also how you can create review commercials out of them.
Okay.
All 3 are very powerful ways to get you more customers, okay?
Okay.
So how do you create a reputation marketing strategy? We already went through and gave you your reputation report. 4 types of reputations. There's bad, none, good, and then 5-star. Here's our wheel, our reputation marketing strategy wheel, as I call it. There's 4 spokes. The first spoke is building the reputation. You need to get more reviews. The second spoke is marketing your reputation. That's actually taking those reviews and then promoting them online. Like I said, creating videos out of them, putting them on your website, on your social media. That's marketing your reputation. Then there's managing your reputation, which means monitoring the sites. Like I told you that Darcy, my girlfriend, I suggested that she do. We found out that she had some bad reviews by monitoring, and then we re-engaged with those people. We got them re-engaged, and they removed the reviews. That's only done in the management process. Then the 4th component, or the 4th spoke, is creating what I call the culture or the mission. So it's managing, marketing, monitoring, and then mission. We've got to create that culture in your business so that your whole staff knows and understands about how and when to ask for those reviews. So that's what creating the culture. So educating and inspiring your staff to make sure they get more reviews. Okay. And then so what do we do for customers? We build a feedback page. We take those online reviews. Our staff gets them. We create alerts and reports from them. We redirect to get reviews online. We market the reviews on your website. We market the reviews on your social media, and then also on the social media photo sharing sites. Strategy. How do you actually build your reputation? Through postcards, business cards, email templates, private review landing page. I'm going to show you in a second our feedback page, what it looks like. It's very powerful. So these are all the ways. We create a media center for all of our clients that has postcards, business cards, email templates, everything in it, so that you can drive as many people to a private feedback page as you possibly can, because that's your portal for getting more reviews. And you're going to really appreciate how this feedback page works. It's really cool. So let me show you this. So I'm almost done here. So this is where the fun begins. How do you market your 5-star reputation? You do it through video review marketing. You post reviews on your website. You post them on your social media. You post them on all your directories, like I showed you earlier, your Maps marketing. You post them on your email. You act on any emails you send out. You make sure that they're incorporated into your talk track when you're actually talking to your prospects. You say, look, you know, if they're saying, oh, I'm looking for a great realtor, say, hey, look, you know what? Go and look us up online and see what other people are saying about us. That's how you can find out if you're dealing with a great realtor, is look at what other people are saying, and then have them go there, and they're going to sell themselves because they're going to see your great reviews because you've worked on it. Okay? You want to create a reputation, and this is what the mission part and the culture part. You expect your staff to give first-class service. So what's your plan to inspire your staff to give first-class service, to give to you, to your customers, and get raving reviews? So I don't know if you have any sort of a plan, you know, or any way to train your staff in order to get more reviews. But if you don't, the other thing that we do is we create a personalized reputation training center so that you can train your staff and get them on board with what the whole plan is. So those are some of the components that you'd want to create in order to build your reputation and to do all the 4 components that I was telling you about. So these are all the things that we do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis in order to build your reputation. We train all your staff on reputation. We develop your strategy to get reviews. We build your 5-star reputation every day. We monitor the top review sites each day. We send you detailed alerts. Every 2 weeks, we create a review report. We respond to bad reviews. We post reviews to your website, blog, and one other site. And we daily post your reviews to your Facebook, LinkedIn, social media, and to your photo sharing sites. And then we design a $2,000 media center. If you hired somebody, obviously it would cost a decent amount of money to do that. So the next step is we can put a strategy together to help you build your 5-star reputation and market that reputation to get more customers, Sandy. We can meet in the next few days so I can show your personalized reputation marketing strategy. So I don't know. I mean, typically we meet like, if you want, I mean, I could put. Typically we charge like $997 in order to actually put a strategy together. $997 in order to put a specific strategy together for for one of the people that we're talking to. So you know, I can do that for you, and I do it totally for free because I know that you're, you know, Pete. So you know, when's a good time to get together where I can actually, you know, take a couple hours, look at your actual online reputation, and give you a personalized strategy? Is there a time maybe over the next week or so?
Yeah, I think the best would be, I'll give you kind of the timeline. I'm finishing up. I mentioned I've got a new office coming in here in Portland, so I'm set to be done with that in about 2 weeks, okay, based on what they're telling me with the contractors and some final stuff next week. So the best bet would be after that, once I'm in there. Because the main goal, and I think you've hit on it, is, you know, it's not that I still want to make sure my personal reputation is good, but I'm also trying to create an environment where the office, you know, is, you know, Belmore Realty is, you know, if somebody randomly finds Belmore Realty on .com, I want them to be able to have that opportunity to look at the reviews. And it used to be about me, but now I want to make sure that it's about my team, or, you know, anybody has the opportunity to, you know, to succeed based on what's going on online with Belmore Realty.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you are opening your office and you want to make sure that you're hitting the ground running with your office in terms of having this in place when that happens.
Yeah, because so what you saw there when you did that report, very little out there other than, I mean, there's, you know, I've plugged in some basic stuff with Belmore Realty, but a lot of that was from, you know, I say pushing my my Portland home guy stuff out there, pretty aggressively, and then purposely until my office was done, I didn't want to get out there and really start. I mean, I literally physically just got the physical address 3 weeks ago type of thing. So
Yeah.
I wanted once those office doors were open to have people now start to be able to say, okay, I'm in New Jersey searching to move to Portland, and who's the best in town. Not that Sandy Moore's not the best in town. I still want those, I personally still want a good reputation, but I also want to be able to promote when I go out and hire new agents to say, hey, if you're looking to come to an office that's not the big corporate office, you go online and see what people are saying about Belmore Realty.
Yeah, yeah. So you're saying you'd like to make sure that you have this in place when you open that office. I mean, now so in other words, right now, are you a broker or are you a realtor?
Yeah, broker. So the way it works in Portland, we've got we call them brokers and principal brokers. Same thing, broker and agent. So it's me and actually you see my dad probably on the website right now. I've got my dad just to give him something to do. He's been in real estate since 1978. Dad gets to sign the paperwork. But the goal will be is when the office is open. I currently have a licensed assistant finishing up her licensing, so that in June, that first week when we're in the office, I've got an assistant to manage some of the things that I've been doing. I can get out and start recruiting more agents and build the office.
Okay. Yeah. So when is that going to be that you're going to do that?
I'm set to be in June 1st.
June 1st. Okay. Okay. And how many people are you going to have?
My goal is I want to bring on another 10. I recognize of those 10, 5 will more than likely be full time, and then in real estate, I treat everybody as an independent contractor. So if somebody says, hey, I only want to do 3 deals a year, I'll still welcome that person. They just won't necessarily be in the office like the full timers will.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's really good to know. Okay. So well, keep in mind that it takes about, because it's mid-May now. It takes about 2 weeks for us to even set up all the components of what we do, in terms of building your reputation online. So, and you can build we can start, basically building or setting up like your feedback page, your training center, and everything that you need in order to kind of hit the ground running, when you started. I mean, I think it would still make sense for us to meet next week, just so that you can kind of see what we're doing, because ultimately, and here it is, it's the 9th, so that would be, like midweek or mid-month, and then it would take 2 weeks for us to even have the initial consultation, for us to have the the feedback page and everything done for you. So do you want to just go ahead and meet next week, and so I can just kind of show you some of those stuff, and then put the strategy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. And then my question back to you would be, because obviously I know you'll tackle this piece for me at some point, is there different levels? And I don't know this answer, so I'm asking just pretty bluntly. Is there different levels of what you have? Yes. Obviously, based on okay, you get this, and this for this each month, this and this and this will cost you this each month, to assess the level up. I mean,
Yes.
I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, but also I wouldn't have wanted to talk to you if I didn't think we could work together.
No, that's good, and I was funny because my admin here, Michelle, and I were just talking about that, about having an offering, like 3 different package offerings. Like one would be, and what we're offering right now is, when we've been offering it for a while, is that we have our the full package, which includes everything, and we do have sub packages that would allow you, for example, to work on one component of that 4-spoke wheel that I was showing you. So in other words, you could start with the monitoring component. We could just do the monitoring for you, and or we could do the marketing for you. You don't have too many reviews. You have 2 right now that we could actually market for you, or we could do the management, meaning that we would create the feedback page for you and give you the analytics page and all the other things that go along with managing your reputation. And then, or we could just give you the training, so you can have the training center access, so that you can train your staff, and then also that would include meeting with us every 2 months for training also. So you can either buy the whole thing, and obviously you're going to get a discount if you buy everything at once, and you do that monthly. And then it is a monthly payment. So in other words, we maintain your feedback page, and we do a lot of other things that with each one of those 4 components. So there's a monthly fee that's involved in that. There's a setup and then a monthly. That's the way that it works. Yeah, you can take any aspect of what we do and apply it to your business, and you'll see at the next meeting in our strategy session, you'll see all those components, and you'll be able to make a decision. You'll one of three things. You'll either want to do it yourself.
Sure.
At the end of the meeting, you can have somebody else do it, or you can have us do it. So it's one of those three choices, and all we ask is that at the end of the meeting, you say, hey, look, either give us a yes or a no, and because obviously we're putting a lot of resources into putting the strategy session together. So and you'll have all the information you need to make a decision, and we'll have all the sub packages there for you. So there'll be something that fit in any budget that you have if you wanted to get started. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so let me just one of the things that really quick I just want to show you. This will add even more value to you. Every time that I actually get on a call with a customer, especially if they're adept as you are with getting online on Google Hangouts, I always take the advantage of that opportunity, and I create content because, as you know, content is king right now online, and most people know, and actually Forbes magazine said for 2014 it's the #1 online marketing strategy. #1, not SEO, not anything else. It's just creating valuable content and then having people that might want your services find that content and then engage with you after they've seen or watched the content because you've developed a know, like, trust relationship with them. So I'm going to give you, this is even a little bit more training here because I'm going to show you how I do it because I've already clicked record as I Did
I lose your eye?
or whatever you want, like a market update, okay? So imagine yourself doing this and then posting this content, this video, to your blog, okay? So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to start recording here. Okay, so let me just go in here. I know the backdrop's not that great. Doesn't matter. I've really gotten over the whole, like, everything's got to be perfect thing, obviously. I used to be like, oh no, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be, whatever. I don't care anymore. It's like, it's the content that matters, man. So okay, so let me just. Okay, so what minute are we in? We're probably in a minute. Okay, so all right. So Ryan here with Accelerate Marketing. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can promote your reputation in 3 different ways to get more customers. Okay. Once you get those reviews online, there's 3 ways that you can leverage those reviews in order to get more business for your business. Okay. Before I even start, I'm going to tell you, number 1 is you can take those reviews and you can post them to your social media accounts. Okay. Number 2, you can take those reviews and you can post them to your website. Because without social proof, you're kind of dead in the water. You need to have social proof. It's the #1 psychological trigger out there that you can use to get people to be convinced to use your business versus somebody else's. And then number 3, you want to create really powerful review commercials. Okay? I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes here today. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go behind the curtain, and I'm going to show you what we do in order to help build our customers' reputation online. Okay? There's those 3 ways. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my screen really quick here. And I'm actually I'm going to show you my screen. So, okay. So what I did, I'm just going to back up here. First, I typed in Accelerate Marketing, our company. Okay, Accelerate Marketing San Diego reviews. So I'm specifically just looking at our location in San Diego, not our location in Florida. And what I found here is obviously Yelp. You can see we've got our 5-star reviews here, and this is obviously what you want to see. You want to see the 5-star rating here because this is what people are typing in. We know that people are typing this in because Google is suggesting, look at that, Google is suggesting that word right there. Google would not suggest that word if people didn't type it in on a regular basis. So number 1, remember I said you want to post these reviews to your website? Okay, here's our Google Maps listing right here, okay? And you know that because it's got this little pin right here. This is our Google Plus page, 34 reviews. Here's our Google Plus page link, and then here's the link to our website. I'm going to show you the 2 things here. Number 1, I'm going to show you how we post reviews to our website. Okay, so here I'm going to our home page. This is going to be changed here pretty soon. Here's our reviews. Awesome. right here. Here's our reviews, and you want to see also that you reference. You see, we reference the actual directory that review is posted on, showing that it's even more valid than people see typically when they see on a website. Typically, they'll just see the review, and they won't see that it's actually posted anywhere, that it's actually on another directory, or that it's coming from another directory. That gives that review much more validity. And also, you can see here that I've got a person's name, and I've got a link to that person's name, showing me that I can actually, if I click on that link, I can go right to that person's personal profile page on Google, on Yelp, on whatever directory that we're referencing here. Very powerful way to show off your reviews, and you want to put them right on your home page. And preferably, you want to put them above the fold. That's one of the things that we're gonna change here, because some of these are not. It's not in this new format. It's not showing above the fold. So you want those reviews to show up on your website. Okay, that's one way that you can take those reviews that are on the directories and promote your business through your reputation, or do reputation marketing, as we call it. Second way, let me just go back here. Actually, the second way, let's go to our Facebook. Okay, because 90% of people, by the way, that are referred to your business, there's a new study, 90% of people that are referred to your business by somebody else are going to go online to find more information about you. Okay? And of those 90%, 60% are going to go to your directories, and 40% are going to go to your website. So that's why you want those reviews on your website. Now, here's an example of how we promote our business with our reviews on our social media. Look at this. Look at this beautiful image of our review here. Okay? We've got 3 things I want to point out here. Number 1, it's got our logo branding us. Number 2, it's got our 5 stars here. Number 3, it's got a beautiful image of our actual review. And also, we're using another psychological trigger called authority, again, referencing that directory that review is coming in from. And then you can see at the bottom, we've got a call to action here. So what's really powerful about this particular strategy is that when people like this review, what's really cool is that when they like this review, it actually posts this review on their timeline, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., making it so that other people that they're friends with will actually see that review, further marketing your business with your reputation and getting you more customers. It's like a banner. It's like a banner on the highway. The best thing is, though, is that it's coming from somebody that they know, because that person is friends with everybody that they're friends with on Facebook, and they're promoting your business for you by actually liking it. So anyway, that's the second way that you would market your business with your reputation, or your otherwise known as your reviews. The third way is you just want to make sure that you're creating what we call review commercials. Now, we use our spokesmodel and our Hollywood-style studio to create these videos. I don't expect you to do that. What you can do is you can just do an intro like you can do it over Hangout, or you can use like what we're doing, and we spent thousands of dollars to create. You can use our like what we're doing, primetime graphics, our Hollywood-style studio, our professional model, our on-location shoot, and all that kind of stuff. But check this out. Here's on our Google Plus page here, we've got our YouTube videos. I'm going to show you one here, and this is a great example of how
our team works hard to ensure our clients are satisfied. So we love it when our clients provide feedback in the form of a review. It's great validation that we're on the right track.
Hi, I'm Kevin Knight with Liberty Management in San Antonio, Texas, and I met Ryan at one of the NARCM conferences. And back then we had a 2-star rating on Google. And after talking to Ryan and signing up for a service, now we have a 4.4-star rating. And we received so many leads, we actually turned down half of the people that want us to manage their properties. If you're not doing reputation management, it's the best thing you can do to invest your funds for marketing. I strongly recommend that you use Ryan and implement your reputation marketing plan as quickly as possible.
We love our repeat customers, but we also love new customers, and we would like that to be you. Give us a chance to show you what we can do. Thanks for watching.
So I love the way Kevin said reputation management and marketing. and because that's what we do. And you can see here that that he's getting great results. I hope that you guys get as good a result as we have from implementing that strategies, those 3 strategies: posting the reviews to your website, posting them to your social media, and then also, bless you, posting them or creating a YouTube video out of those reviews, and maybe even on Dailymotion or anywhere else. But you want to create content. You want to repurpose that review and make sure that everybody that can possibly see that review can see it, because a review is only as good as the number of people that actually see it. Okay, that's the difference. You got to see that it's not just a referral is one-to-one. A review is one-to-many, only to the extent that it's marketed. So I hope that makes sense. Please like this video, comment on this video, and post it to your Google Plus page or your Facebook page if you like the content, and let us know what other types of content that you want us to create. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.